Oh. All right, welcome back. We have a wild audience today because of all the green juice flying around. They actually gave me one. I'm going to drink it out of my Oakwood Escrow coffee mug. That is a shameless plug for one of our good friends and sponsors over there at Oakwood. All right, let's stay on the topic of real estate because this is stuff that I'm obviously very passionate about. You have a show called The American Dream, you better be. But we need to know what's happening in San Diego and some of the micro markets. North County, one of the most beautiful areas, not just in San Diego, in the country. We're going to bring in the queen of North County here in just a moment. But let's take a look at what's happening in housing. This is stuff you're seeing on TV. Let's take a look at a video from CNBC this week.
Screens higher year to date, many of them up 15, 20, 25%. You just heard Jack Bogle say, hey, individual stocks are risky. Is it time to sell those names?
I still like them. We're bullish on building products. We loved what happened in 2014 with the recovery in the labor market. Two derivatives of that trend. One, first-time home buyer is now here in full force. We have the best spring selling season since 2007. The other big development, 1,000,001 housing start. Great news for companies like Fortune Brands, Masco, Mohawk.
But how much
trend which is going to persist?
How much of that April number was simply a snapback from all the weather and other issues that we had in the first quarter, and that kind of growth will taper off?
You know what? This is the most bullish we've been on the housing market since 2007. We think the real estate market is...
Well, I don't think weather really affects San Diego housing too much, but here to help us understand this a bit better, what's happening in San Diego, the North County marketplace, I always call her the queen of North County. You've heard her on our radio show before, and it's always good to get her in here on Saturday mornings. Mary Maloney, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, I feel weird shaking your hand. Should be giving you a hug.
I know.
Yeah, so
Air hug.
Anyway, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So activity, obviously we got a lot going on. That guy's bullish, but let's talk about really pulse of the market. You're helping people buy and sell real estate. It is spring. I hear it's active a lot. What are you seeing? What's happening on the ground level?
Well, I do agree with him. I mean, we are seeing a very bullish market, and you know, you and I have been talking for the last 4 to 5 months, even coming into the new year, that we were going to be very bullish. If you remember, I had Bill Davidson on, and he was very bullish about the market this year. And everything that we've talked about has come to fruition. We're seeing millennials come back to the market, and unlike the April numbers that they're talking about, if you're looking at April numbers, you're behind.
Yeah, no kidding.
You need to be looking at what's pending, how quickly or slowly are things moving off, and really getting a pulse on what's happening today.
You know, I'm glad you say that. I had an interview that I did recently, and they asked me this exact question. What numbers do you look at to gauge what's happening in San Diego's real estate market? I said, numbers are what already happened. I talked to people like Mary Maloney who are out there, and they can tell you the behaviors, the psychology of the marketplace. Interesting to hear this. The millennials are getting pretty active right now. Probably low interest rates, first-time home buyers. Yeah,
they've really come back to the market in a big way, which, as we've talked about, spurs the housing cycle. So when the millennial buys, then the move up can happen, and so then people start move up, move down, move around, make a lateral move.
I remember that, the hokey pokey of real estate. You do some fun stuff. You have parties,
we do
social
lots of fun
events.
stuff. Yeah.
You just did something cool at your house. I saw you posting it on social media, which you should friend Mary on social media. You're going to see stuff just like you see on the screen here. First of all, what kitchen is this right here that everybody's looking at?
I just finished a major remodel of my kitchen living room, and I had bought a charity auction to have a private French chef come in to do a private dinner party, as you see here. These are personal photos from that night. And
this guy's out of North County.
He is, and it was amazing. I had never heard of them before, and
First of all, look at that
came
picture.
to the kitchen.
Look at that. You put "eat" on the wall at your kitchen.
You know, that sign was the first purchase I made, and then that kind of started the whole design, just like
It's awesome.
I tend to buy shoes first and then buy the outfit to go with the shoes.
I totally
I kind of did
it.
it backwards. But
knowing Mary Maloney, I'm surprised it doesn't say drink. But, but
you know, that green juice is really good with vodka. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Oh boy, it is cool. That is a very cool design, and
Thank you.
I've never seen anything like it. You are North
lifestyle.
County, so this looks like some fun stuff. Good chef up there. I'm sure people connect with you and get their information.
Bellamy's Dining, Bellamy's Restaurant in Escondido, North County. The food was absolutely amazing, and they do specialize in these in-home private chef experiences, which is really a cool thing to do.
Love it. What's happening in North County real estate? Let's get really zeroed in here.
So we saw kind of a slowdown. It tends to happen every year. People get distracted with graduations and those types of things. So, you know, we started to see a little bit of slowing. Inventory started to grow in some of the upper segments of the market.
That's news to hear.
It
right?
is.
We haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, that $800 to $1 million market really started to slow. Inventory came on, and then it started to get a little sluggish. We're now starting to see some of that tick off. Below $700,000 tends to still be very active, from the millennials buying the townhomes and then the townhome buyer moving up to a first-time home. So we're still seeing that market being very active.
So there's the market, and then there's the marketing. I'm in the market to buy a home right now, and I am so disturbed.
I'm sure I have one for you.
Oh, I imagine you do. See how she works? I am disturbed by the pictures that are taken of real estate. Video marketing is something that you are incredible at. We have a video on the screen here. Explain the importance of video marketing. Why is it so important? And how do you leverage it into the marketplace, into social media, to attract more eyes and ears to the home that you're selling?
Well, like you said, a lot of agents are still taking photos with their iPhone.
You're not even exaggerating. You're not even exaggerating.
And themselves in the photo or that sort of thing. But, you know, here you're seeing
selfies.
us utilizing drone footage to really capture the experience of a home. This is far different than still photos.
Absolutely.
There's music, and it creates an experience that you just can't get with still photos. And just like you said, you're going online and looking. Consumers start their search online.
Well, that's what's so important, is that the way of shopping for real estate has changed.
Absolutely.
People are shopping on their smartphone or on their laptop.
Absolutely.
So this video is going to attract more people. Your videos get thousands of views. So
And
that's
mostly
obviously
mobile.
impressive sellers.
And we can track all of that. So we're very careful about how we develop our videos and the editing, because most people are watching our videos on a mobile phone. And I know as you're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, I only have a few seconds to capture you. So we front load the scene stealers, as we call them in marketing. We front load the videos with scene stealers to capture you, and we have very low fallout rates when people are watching our videos.
You're a smart cookie. If there's guys out there that are just taking pictures, and you're actually getting intellectual with your analytics and digital marketing, all this stuff it's kind of where the world is right now. A lot of people don't understand it. You are leading the way with it. Speaking of videos, you got a new listing. What do we got? Yeah,
this is, I sent this to you because it really looks to capture the panoramic sweeping views of this ridgeline location. So again, utilizing drone footage, working with our cinematographer. You can't hear the music, but working with them to really capture the essence of the home, so that you already have an attachment and an emotional experience before you ever step foot into the door. And you already know, like, and love the listing.
You're creating the first impression for the way that people shop.
Yeah, so this is currently for sale in Santa Leo Hills, right at the low 900s, sweeping panoramic views, south exposure backyard, so you get sun all day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just a magnificent home.
Well, there's your website there at the bottom. I hope people reach out to you online, whether you're just trying to get some of Mary's great resources online. You should follow her on social media as well. She's a hoot. You're a hoot. a lot of fun to watch. I mean, you're going to see ice bucket challenges. You're going to see social events. You're going to see kitchen events. All fun stuff. Mary Maloney, good to have you on studio.
Thank you so much.
All
Great
right,
to be here.
the Queen of North County. All right, coming up next.